What's going on, everyone? Investor here. It's time for my weekly portfolio update. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos. So no new deposits this week. You can see my account is sitting at just under $21,200. As you can see here, $21,192.85. That you can see over the past month, it's been a pretty good roller coaster ride. Had its ups and downs, but looks like trending upward, so it's good to see. So this past week, no dividend payments, but I did sell out of one more position. So stay tuned for that when we get over to the spreadsheet. So this upcoming week, I plan on dollar cost averaging again. Been focusing lately on some of the ones that are down, some of the holdings that need a little bit more attention. This upcoming week looks like it's possibly going to be NVIDIA. We'll cover that here a little bit more when I get over to the spreadsheet. And I plan on, hopefully everything comes into place. I should be able to deposit, I'm hoping, about $700 into the account, and then possibly another $700 to $800 the following week. Been putting in some overtime, really trying to earn that money so that I can fund the account. So I want to see the account grow, and I'm not shying away from putting in the work to do that. So every little bit helps. So if any of you guys out there, 25 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever you got, put it in. If you're able to work a little extra, you will see the benefits and the fruits of those labors. You just got to put the work in. So that one dividend payment coming up this next week, I believe on Friday, so that should finish off the month of June. We'll get you updated here on the full month at the end of next week. Let's jump over to the spreadsheet and I'll show you what I've been up to. All right, guys, taking a look at the spreadsheet. So a couple things. It wasn't the most eventful week. You can see not a whole lot going on in the difference column here. A couple things I will point out, and I'll get this blown up for you so you can see it a little bit better, is you'll notice the minus column here. I did sell out of my position in Target. I wasn't really putting a lot of money into that one. I started to come back down in price, so I took what little profit I made off the 1.2 shares that I had and sold it off. Not that I don't think Target's a decent company. I think they are a great company. They've got a couple things they need to figure out, but it just wasn't fitting in the portfolio, especially with what I'm trying to do right now. So I wanted to sell that one off. Wasn't a whole lot of money. I think it ended up being about 175 bucks when it was all said and done. So pretty much what I used to fund some of the other things this week. So I'll jump down the column here. You'll see 0.377 shares of O Realty. This basically just putting into with it being down. I mean, I think it got down to the low 52, even $51 range. So trying to just dollar cost average there, trying to bring my cost basis down a bit. Just under a half share of Altria Group. This one being a play on the goal for the year, just adding more since it's the goal. The 0.12 share here of Pepsi, not a lot. Again, I think it was just $20 or something that I added into this. Being that I want to increase the position in Pepsi as well as a goal for the year, so I put a little bit in there. Of course, the sell-off of Target. And you'll see the addition here of the 1.5 plus shares here of NVIDIA. This one has been an interesting roller coaster in the week that I've owned it. I picked up those 8 shares and immediately it went up. I was probably up $80-something on the position in a couple of short days, but you can see how volatile the market can be, especially something like with NVIDIA. It shot straight back down, and now I'm actually down a couple of bucks, probably about 20 bucks or so. We'll see on the next slide, but nonetheless, it came back down. I bought into that dip. If it goes down a little bit more, great, I'll buy some more, kind of thing, and hopefully it'll work its way back up. But I think this company's definitely around to stay. I think it did this past week take over Microsoft as the largest company in the world, but then I think it a couple of days after that it lost it, especially with it being up and down. So, but nonetheless, being that it's right there at the top, I don't think this company's going anywhere. I think they've got some good stuff. I've still been reading up on a lot of what the analysts are saying and watching a lot on this company. I do think this company is going to continue to bloom for the next couple of years. So hopefully that will pay off. But it's a great growth stock to get into. I'm definitely not one to get into for the dividend. I think their dividend is 1 cent a share, 4 cents a year. So it's definitely not one of the ones for the dividend stock. But nonetheless, you're not getting into it for the dividend. Potentially, maybe the dividend growth. If they decide to raise that dividend up as the future growth comes on, that'd be a great time to get in. But right now, this is more just the growth play, especially since I haven't seen or read anything on whether they're going to change any of the dividend payments or if they're going to grow anything there. So if any of you guys know, please correct me. Post what you know so that others can see too, just to learn and see what's up with NVIDIA, what's going on with their dividends. So jumping across. All right, so over to the positions here. You will see here that we'll just start with Target. So 0 shares there. It's only showing up to $2. Once I sell it off, it's going to take the money that the positions, the underlying position itself made, and it's only going to leave that dividend since it's got 0 here with the $2 in dividends. So I think I was only up about $10. So, but not bad for one share. So I'll take that. At least it wasn't down. But working our way down, so you can see, rebounded a little bit, came back up to $53. Like I said, it was down a little bit most of the week, so put a little bit into that. So still got about $40 left to get that back. Tesla, same thing. At least it's under the 100 mark, so we'll see if it continues to go. I know Tesla had some pretty good news this week, so hopefully it'll continue to play off of that. Johnson & Johnson kind of working its way back a little bit too, so not horrible. Beachy's in the same boat with O, and I expect, if I keep putting money into these, once the rates actually come back down to this planet, hopefully that those two holdings here will blossom out a little bit more, and I'll be rewarded for the effort. So just got to stay diligent putting money into them. So Starbucks still got a little bit of work, but hey, just a couple weeks back, 2 months ago, this was down like $120, so it's slowly working its way back. So going to continue to dollar cost into that one. Have to see where we go. Walmart's doing relatively well. You see up 13.5%, or $40. Apple up. They've been it's like 218, 219, now back down to 207, but still up. You can see my average here is 198. Then of course Nvidia down $20, where I was up about $80 just earlier in the week. So very volatile stock as of right now. I don't see that changing anytime soon, but something I still believe that it's going to be a good holding to get into and stick out for a little while. So take a look at the chart. See everything there. Not too bad. Calendar-wise, like I said, no dividend payments this past week. I only have the one left here. If you guys are new, you see all these little asterisks. That just denotes I'm getting paid that month from that holding. So if you go down the column here for June, the only thing left is Pepsi, and I think I'm scheduled to receive a little over $10, maybe $10.25 or something in that range. So should put me right about here with the 111.91. I think that's what I had factored out. I did update the next couple of months. I didn't go all the way to the rest of the year, as the tracking app just really only puts things into perspective here the next couple of months, and they're pretty well skewed about 2 or 3 months after that. So unreliable information there, but the next 2-3 months, this is pretty accurate with what I've got figured. So you can see the projections there. Definitely a high month coming here the next month, especially because it's one of the quarterly payers. So you'll see the SCHD and some of the quarterly ones coming in. So moving across, you'll see 686.98 still is the total for the year, 101 for the month so far. Pie charts have been updated. I've taken the target holding out, so you can see they are pretty well up to date, as well as the industry pie, one less consumer staple there. I'm taking target out. Current for the goals, see Mo, our Ultra Group, just under 20 shares, just under 11 shares of Pepsi left. Still got my work cut out for me with Colgate Palmolive, so we'll continue to push forward. And then of course the goal of having 25,000 in the account by the end of the year. So I still got 6 months to go, just a few thousand off, so I think we're doing okay there. I will get this updated here at the end of next week's video to show what the new total is. I'd get this updated at the end of every month, so easier to show it off that way. So continuing across, you see the growth here. So we are in the second quarter of 2024. You can see I am up 10.34% above what I got in quarter one of 2024. So see, quarter one was 326. This month so far is 360. So with the additional, I think it's like I said, $10 and some change that's coming in, we'll put that, 370, 371. So we'll see what the math works out to be. But it looks like it's obviously going to be a double-digit growth month again, which is great to see. Obviously, this stuff like last year when I was getting triple-digit growth, I don't know that that's sustainable, but when I was first starting out, you can see the first month I only made $11.68. Yeah, it's possible to get triple-digit growth, but sustaining that, yeah, But double-digit growth, I'll take that all day. It's still great to see. So I'm definitely going to continue the trend with this quarter. We'll see how quarter 3 pans out once we get that started here in July. And you'll see the overall there. And see, looking at 360 versus 44 the quarter last year. So, but that's what I want to see, right? Just this constant staircase upward. Same thing here. The year is 686.98 so far. Last year I received only 355. So decent growth year over year, and that's what I'm looking for. So a total of $1,042.01 since I've been doing this account, which equates to about 65.13. And I know I mentioned in last week's video, this number could be a lot higher. And, I know there's quite a bit of guys out there really pouring money into Yield Max and Defiance and some of these ones. I'm trying to grow the account slower, I guess, just become more focused on companies that I want to hold for the long haul. That way, if I forget to invest for 10 years, I know that I'm going to be solid there. Um, Nothing wrong with the Yield Max and Defiance for those that want to get into those. Just I'm not that big into them, and I don't want to put a lot of money into them, even though I do have them. I'm not that type that's going to put thousands into the accounts like that. So moving across, you see the 2024 dividend projection. Like I said, here's the Tesla. Even though this is my 62 shares that I have of Tesla, that's all I'm putting in. And obviously the drip, I've been reusing that money towards holdings that I want to hold over the last couple of weeks now. So, I'm not putting any more money into this, as well as QQQI and JEPY. Total, it make me about $60 a month, which I'm using to fund some of the other holdings, the ones that I want to hold for a long time, as well as some of the goals that I'm putting forth for the year. So I don't plan on putting any more into Yield Max or Defiance, at least at this time, unless something comes along and changes that. But right now, that's kind of not where I'm going. And every investor's different. What works in my portfolio may not work in yours. So obviously, the things that I'm doing, are for me and not necessarily for everybody else. So if you're looking at things that I'm doing, please do your own homework, your own due diligence for your own portfolios. I don't want anybody to make any investment decisions based on what I'm looking at. This is what's working for me with the limited knowledge that I have. So I continue to learn and grow. Trying to read every book that I can find. Really, really pouring everything that I can into my mind as far as knowledge goes to more or less grow myself and grow the portfolio. So moving along with the 2024 dividend, you see here the trend line. We're going to fall short of the previous month spike, but then July, you'll see it's going to make a new higher high. So according to the tracker app that I've got, I think it was 176. So we'll move that needle way up here. So you'll see that trend line shoot through the roof, but then it'll come back down the following month, peaks and valleys, especially with those quarterly pairs all coming in and, every 3 months. So anyway, guys, that's what I've been up to this past week. So if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment, how you think I'm doing. You guys got any tips, tricks, pearls of wisdom? Obviously, like I said, I am trying to learn. I am reading everything I can right now. I am reading The Millionaire Next Door. So far, so good. I just finished Rich Dad Poor Dad last week. You guys got any books, anything like that you think I should look for? Please leave it in the comments. I would love to pick them up. Like I said, I'm right now just a sponge trying to learn everything I can. So I will catch you guys next week. Happy investing.